You're a lawyer, you're a hustler, you're a self-starter. Please tell me more about your work.
So I am a lawyer full-time. I work a Monday through Friday, pretty long hours, not too bad though. And then in my spare time, I've started a luxury travel company called My Golden Balloon. And I started that about a year and a half ago. It finally got off the ground and we ran our first luxury tour. That's what we do. We curate luxury tours for about 14 professionals. Basically, we had to cancel all of 2020 because it's just not possible, it's not safe. But we're constantly strategizing and we're waiting for the vaccine and we want everyone to be traveling the minute we can all travel. And so the company is still doing its best to figure out what that looks like.
Who is your inspiration? Where do you get this, entrepreneurial instinct? And it was so evident in the show. We want to know how she manages her time and how is she so driven. She's doing a full-time job.
I've always seen my family do it. I am Sindhi, and everybody in my family for generations has been in business, and that's what they believe in. And so I've watched it as a child. I watched my grandfather do it. I watched my father do it. I watched my own mother do it. And I never saw anybody who was complacent. They were always striving to grow and to not just grow their businesses, but grow themselves and to evolve. And as you do that as a person, your interests evolve and change, and then your businesses evolve and change. And I love to travel, and I had friends who had the same interests as me, and so I started this company with a friend thinking, let's get my creativity going. Let's do something. I'm not gonna ever tell anyone it's not hard, especially when you have a full-time job, to be starting something on the side. And you want to give it your all, your side hustle as we call it, because that one day your hope is always that is your main source of income, and that is your company. But I dedicate myself to it, and that's the part that I think I have to tell everyone, that it's not glamorous. It's not pretty. It's hard. Every Sunday, actually, for about 6 to 7 hours, I turn off my phone completely because I have to put those 7 hours in every Sunday. And there's things I've given up for those Sundays, and for me, it's worth it. And I feel that very deeply. And that's why I wake up with a smile on Sundays, and I wake up a little earlier before even any alarm goes off, because I want to get started on my day, because it's my day for me. Starting this business and putting myself into it is a privilege. I see it as one. And so I tell other entrepreneurs that too. If you feel that way about your business and about your mission and what you love, then it won't feel like you're giving up anything. All those lunches or family time that I've missed, it's because I loved this more, and that's okay.
This is very interesting, and I think I hear a lot of self-love as well, which I think a lot of women entrepreneurs need to hear. Having said that, I want to move on to, where people are more curious about women who are so busy and so driven and so ambitious. Love to hear your comments on it. Maybe it does tend to put men off because they're not probably used to seeing super active girls or girls prioritizing themselves for a change.
So for me, in my world, it's very normal. And so it was very interesting to watch the show and to have those interactions with a matchmaker where, she's basically telling all these other women, she never said it to me, she never said be less successful or anything, but she's basically insinuating that your career shouldn't come first. But for me, it's very normal for women to be successful, for South Asian women to be just as dynamic in the workplace as they are in their personal lives. And so it was really an interesting concept for me to see such a majority of thought to be something opposite than anything I've ever seen my whole life. And my norm has never been that women are less. And I feel very blessed. And that's a big part to do with my family, always telling me that I was capable of everything. And it's a big part of my peers and my friends telling me that that's normal. What do you deserve? As a businesswoman, as a business owner, as a founder, as an entrepreneur, what are the things that you believe you deserve in the growth of your business, in the scalability of your business, in the kinds of employees that one day you hire? I think these are all things that we think about in the matchmaking sphere, and then we also think about it as entrepreneurs, and they completely overlap. If we don't believe that we're worth something in matchmaking, it's unlikely that we'll also believe that we're worth something in entrepreneurship. So you ask for what you want, then you feel you deserve it, and those two parts together make up self-worth. And you need both those parts, and you need them in business business, you need them in matchmaking, you need them in the workplace. If you're just even in an office, you need them in your family and in your friend circles. And a lot of women have been saying just watching me on their screen gave them that kind of like aha moment where they're like, oh, like this isn't just about matchmaking. This is about the way I'm treated in general by even my friends and my family. And I think that's been really powerful for me to hear too, because that was never my intention. But I have to say I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful for every woman that's reached out to me and for all the men too.
What would you say are a few things probably Indian men could take inspiration from? You know, when you say that you're in a circle where you see that men want equal partners, they want equal, they want to build something with somebody who's at par with them. And for Indians, no doubt, it's something very new, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've noticed that. And what's really interesting is that there is this generation of women who are about my age or even a little younger that was taught, even in Indian households, to be anything they want. And I think what someone forgot along the way was to teach their brothers and their cousins that they need to cheerlead and support those women. Very few men were taught as young boys that, like, hey, your sister is amazing. Not only is she amazing and can she do everything you can do, but she also needs you as her cheerleader and to support her and to stick up for her. And if every young boy was taught what these young women were doing, we wouldn't have this huge divide.
No, this is very interesting. I think men play an equal part in women empowerment, so to say. Aparna, it's amazing to know that you take off 7 hours on a weekend, for yourself. You understand the importance of me time. What other things do you do to sort of boost your confidence and keep yourself driven?
Yeah, I try new things. I think that, like I said, it's what I've always seen in my family. And for me, it's given me so many opportunities to just say, I'm going to try it. I don't have that huge failure, a fear of failure. And so I try all kinds of new things. Like right now, I am in the final stages of my book proposal, where I'm writing a book about Indian matchmaking and about me and about my rules for life and how I live my life and why I am the way I am today. People loved my elephant bracelet that I wore on the show. So I'm working with these local artisans in a village outside of Istanbul right now, and they're making these bracelets that I sell on my website. And so for me, it's these opportunities that keep me grounded, and they keep me constantly learning, and they keep me interested. And there's all these things I don't know in the world, and I'm learning them through these opportunities and through saying yes. And so I tell people all the time, even if it's outside of your career or outside of your side hustle or outside of your comfort zone, just say yes and try it. You could fail miserably. And I wish that more women and men took these chances for themselves and not for someone else and not for profit. Sure, sometimes profit comes out of it, sometimes it doesn't, but really for their own self-growth and for their own path and their own journey, because you never know what's going to lead you to the next step in your life.
So true. Aparna, if there were to be an Indian matchmaking season 2 and you were to star in it, what would it be like?
I think it would be a continued journey of me trying to find love. I mean, we're all still single, except for Rupam. She got married to that man she met on the dating app Bumble. But all of us are still single, and we laugh about it sometimes that our true intention was to go on this show and end up with a partner at the end. We all wanted to be married, and that's an interesting part about a season 1, right? A season 1 of a show always goes in with the true intent of the show, because we never knew anyone would watch it. We didn't even know it was a reality show. We thought it was a docu-series, which was like, more tame and more nuanced, more complex. We didn't know anything except that, hey, we got to work with a matchmaker and try to find our partner. And it's interesting because none of us did. And I think it would be a fun season 2 to continue that journey with all of us, or any of us, even if one of us goes on there. Because I think people got invested in our journey, and I think they really did wish the best for us, and that they wanted to see us succeed in that sphere of our lives as well, because all of us do have all of these really cool things going on otherwise, be it side businesses or passions or main businesses like Shaker's Law Firm. And I think it's people got really into the story, and it's very sweet. I still get messages all the time from people being like, I hope there's a season 2. And I was like, I don't know if there is. And they're like, I hope you're on it. And I'm like, I don't know if I will be. So we'll see. The future should be interesting.